Road Show live podcast. I'm really excited. This is our first live streaming podcast. Technically the second one because we just did one, but we had some glitches and technical difficulties. So here we are doing it again, and I am so happy to be bringing in our new sponsor, Jourdan, with her brand new CBD products, Jade Healing Company. How you doing?
Ooh, good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
You look good. Hopefully everything's straight. Hopefully if my friend Beverly is watching this live again, that she will let us know if nothing is.
Can you see me?
I see you. You look straight and the way you're supposed to, not sideways and all. You were stretched out. The whole thing was weird, and I was just like, no, that's not professional at all. So anyway, thanks for coming back on the show again. Second time today, but more importantly, thank you for being a brand new sponsor of the Down the Road Show podcast and being my first live guest.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me. How do you like the products?
Well, since we did them in the other segment, but let's talk about them again real quick. I currently have all three of your products that you sent me in me and on me. So I have taken the CBD drops.
There's more products than that, so more to come.
There's more to come, and we'll talk about those on future shows for sure. But this cinnamon flavored, we talked on the last show how much I love the fact that you went cinnamon on this. It's my favorite flavors. I don't mind just a CBD hemp flavor itself, but I'm anti-peppermint and all the other flavors. Cinnamon is nice and natural. And why'd you go with cinnamon again?
Just for a different flavor variety and selection, and I wanted it to be something that was just an essential oil in it.
Which is, I think, one of the reasons I like the cinnamon, because it's the peppermint can taste so fake and just throw off the overall flavor profile. So the cinnamon's nice and good. We
do have a mint option too. So if you like mint, that's still available.
For those of you out there that like mint, you don't have to be like me, and you can go check them out at jadehealing.co. Use the promo code down the road while you're ordering, and she's going to hook you guys up with some sort of discount. I also have on my lower back, because my lower back's been giving me hell for like 2 weeks now, but and then on my neck, your rub, which has turmeric and cayenne in it for a nice warming sensation, because once again, you're sending me the perfect products without even knowing what I prefer. Why did you go with the warming product instead of a cooling sensation?
So a lot of the cooling ones, it's usually like the roll-on stick. And I like the cooling ones with menthol, but I've also used them and gotten them on my hands and then rubbed my eyes, or even I use it on my neck a lot. And sometimes it's just very strong and will just get in your eyes and kind of be overwhelming. So I like the warming salve, just as opposed to the cooling one.
Absolutely, I agree, and especially with like what you're talking about, where you put it on the neck or something, and then that menthol just gets up into your face and and it just gets annoying. Whereas in this doesn't affect my eyes or irritate my skin or my nose whatsoever. Really enjoying that. And then I also took live on the last show that nobody can see now because I deleted them all. One of your gummies, which has kicked in, has helped the headache I had going on during our last little episode, as well as it kind of loosened up the neck a lot more for me with everything going on with pain and everything today. So yes, definitely approve of the gummies. They are the right strength, and not just that, they taste good.
Good. I'm glad you like them.
And they're vegan, people.
Yeah.
They're vegan. Why is it important to make sure you're putting out a vegan product?
Just for health and wellness, just want everything as health conscious and centered as possible. The most natural products, most least irritating, non-allergenic, most health centered products and ingredients we could find. Right.
And even though I'm a major bacon eater, everybody can accept vegan products. So now all your products are full spectrum, as opposed to using like an isolate. Let's talk about the benefits of full spectrum versus all the other versions.
Yeah. Well, so just real quick, for anybody who's not super familiar with CBD or its benefits, just to briefly touch on it, CBD is hemp. It's cannabidiol. which is different from THC. We touched on that previously too, but I'm going to go over it again. What differentiates it legally is the THC content. So if something is over 0.3% THC is marijuana, and that has to be a controlled substance that's sold in dispensaries. If it's below 0.3%, that's considered hemp, non-psychoactive, and it can be sold in all 50 states of the U.S.
And that's the stuff that's kid-friendly, pet-friendly, grandma-friendly, friendly for everybody.
Yeah, so what CBD is, so we all have an endocannabinoid system in our bodies, and what that system is doing is just really accountable for homeostasis and balance of all of our organs and body systems. So if it's something's out of whack, just tries to bring everything back into balance. That's why CBD is good for conditions like inflammation, pain, autoimmune disorders. If something's, overworking inside your body, it'll kind of help bring it back to a balanced state. But there's a lot of new research coming out. So, and also seizures. So it's actually FDA approved for seizures, and how that
for children.
Yeah, for children. So when CBD first came out, there was some videos that went viral of children having seizures, very bad seizures, just convulsing violently, and they were given CBD oil, and you could see them within minutes or less just completely calm down and all of their symptoms be relieved. So it has been FDA studied and approved for seizures, but there's a lot more research and clinical trials underway. It should just be continued to have further indications. But in the meantime, we still have smaller independent studies. Why I originally got into CBD, just a little bit on my background. I've been in the cannabis industry for almost 15 years. I've done a lot of sales, cultivation, consulting, a lot of public speaking, but I have a medical background. So I was a registered dietitian at Kaiser. So I worked in the inpatient and outpatient nutrition department. And from there, got into pharmaceutical sales. Since I was in cannabis sales, I couldn't sell it legally at that time. So I got into pharmaceutical sales, selling to doctors, and I got in with an oncology company because they had a CBD product in their pipeline. So they're pushing for a CBD product for pain, but the FDA kept pushing it off. So it never got approved.
Of course.
I was still, so I was selling other products, but I was working with these cancer patients, and some of them just had amazing stories and testimonials about how they were using CBD or THC, but cannabis or hemp product to help them. And it didn't necessarily cure their cancer, but just completely help with symptom management, and sometimes got them off of their pain medications. They might be taking like an around the clock Norco or morphine or something that has all these really unwanted symptoms and side effects, usually a lot of diarrhea, gastrointestinal effects, headaches, other symptoms that are just undesirable.
Heart palpitations, yeah.
Yeah, the list goes on.
Yeah, like I said, if there's a side effect that you can get from a pill, I'm gonna get it, and it doesn't take me a month. I get it within a week. It's stupid.
Yeah, so I was really moved from working firsthand with these oncology patients, and at the same time got involved with local dispensaries and delivery services, and was doing community educational classes on CBD. A lot of them were.
And you're a great public speaker. That's how we met.
Thank you so much. Yes, we met at the World CBD Expo. But so started doing these educational classes. A lot were with doctors, medical doctors, psychiatrists, and me. And my pharmaceutical company found out about it because one of the classes was taped and it was put on YouTube. And so I was fighting for telling people that they should take CBD and cannabis instead of pharmaceutical products because it's healthier and more natural. And
shame.
I was terminating that. But the funny part is, like I said, the pharmaceutical company had a CBD product in their pipeline.
Right.
So why?
But they weren't making money off it yet.
For educating the public on something that they want to sell. Because there's no patent on it. So they can't make money on something if there's not a patent on it to sell. So it's just, it was really eye-opening into the greed.
Our entire healthcare system, which is a money-making machine.
Yeah, what's really driving pharmaceuticals, and what I try to tell people that I've learned just from my experience in medical field is, it's a business. So they are making money off you being sick. I'm not saying they want you to be sick, but they're not
healing you.
They're not in the business to heal, your underlying cause or disease. They're in the business to, put a Band-Aid over everything. And doctors
and push their drugs.
Yeah, I'm not knocking medical doctors at all, but they've been highly trained in medicine. They're doctors of medicine, so that's what they know. They don't know mental health. They don't know nutrition. As a nutrition science, person, they've only had a week or two in medical training of nutrition therapy.
It's a shame.
Is a huge pillar, integral part of health. So, there's not a lot of doctors who are really super pro cannabis. It's starting to change now, but right. I just really condone that people listen to their own bodies and do what they feel is right instead of just blindly taking all these prescriptions and just because a doctor is telling them to. That doesn't mean it's always the right thing.
And to interject there, this is something my nurse sister and I that I previously lived with used to talk about all the time while doctors were trying to figure out what's going wrong with me, is that doctors are nothing more than investigative Sherlock Holmes. They are trying to check all the boxes to figure out what's wrong with you. So a lot of times these medications are a suggestion. Yeah. And so you do have to listen to your own body. And that's the important part, because they're trying to help you figure out what's going on with you, but you know what's going on with you better than anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So back to CBD.
Back to CBD, which is not a miracle cure.
Applications, like I said, pain, stress, anxiety, autoimmune disorders. And there's tons of new emerging. So we're just going to find out more, but pretty much balance within your body, within your endocannabinoid system.
And take it consistently.
Yeah, taking it consistently. So I mean, I've heard all of these amazing testimonials, but there's also people who tout it as like a miracle cure-all, which I don't think you should say that about anything. Even a multivitamin is not a miracle cure-all. Even, vegetable kale is not a miracle cure-all. Does that mean you shouldn't be consuming it all the time? Yes, absolutely. But with that, I think everyone should try CBD if they have any health issues, but be realistic about it.
Yes.
I'm not telling you that it's just going to cure your ailment right away, because you have to be realistic, and you need to take a quality product, because
nothing off Amazon.
There are some unreliable sources. Some people get isolate that's imported from China, and it's been found to not really have the ingredients that it says it has, and just be medicinally devoid of anything. Mm-hmm. So you have to really know where it's coming from. I also tell people, if like on my products, there's a phone number on there, but if you can't call and get a hold of someone right away, that's kind of a red flag.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons I asked you to be a sponsor of this podcast, is because not only are you a woman-owned business, and I'm all about woman empowerment, but you do your research and you're very knowledgeable about the CBD industry as a whole, let alone cannabis, THC, CBD, and the differences between all of them. And I think it's extremely important to educate the public, like we were talking about before, to end stigmatisms behind them in general, not just CBD, but smoking.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I'm really passionate about the destigmatization of cannabis, and a lot of people think if you smoke weed, then you're just a stoner or just lazy or not very ambitious. But like I tell people all the time, I feel like I would not have been as successful in my personal, professional, corporate careers and endeavors without cannabis. I personally lot of medicinal reasons. I use it for anxiety. I have very severe insomnia that I use it for. I have a neck injury from a car accident, so I have a little bit of arthritis in my shoulders already. So if not, I would be taking Xanax, pain meds, sleeping meds, which I have trialed and taken before. But like I said, I don't want to be taking man-made, synthetic, chemical, lab-made products for the rest
of your life. Yeah. And then those are going to cause a side effect, which you're going to need a new pill for that side effect, and then another pill for that new side effect. It's a never-ending cycle.
Right.
So yeah, listen to your body. And look, CBD may not be for everybody, but if you haven't tried it and you're just listening to facts from a pastor who's 80 years old and doesn't know anything about it, or you're getting your facts from a meme on Facebook, well, you're not really getting facts, are you? So try it. And that's another reason I support your product wholly too. Thanks. Is because I know you're using quality products to make yours, because you have so many great connections in the industry. All right, so website, jadehealing.co.
Yeah, so if anyone is interested in any of the products, it's Jade,
which will be expanding.
Yes, which will be expanding. So right now there's tinctures, there's the cinnamon that he loves, there's a mint one, 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. There's gummies. There's the salve, warming salve with turmeric, which works really good. Everyone has been raving about that. And there's a hand sanitizer. This week, there's going to be a bunch of beauty products added. So an exfoliating face wash. There's retinol serum. There's moisturizer. And pretty much monthly, there's going to be extra products added on. So just launched, and we're continuing to expand into every state.
And that's the beauty of this type of CBD product, and the amount of THC that's in it that's not psychoactive. You're not going to get high from it, but it is legal, so you are allowed to ship it to all 50 states.
Yes, it's under 0.3% THC. Legal everywhere. It's non-psychoactive. It's not going to get you high.
Or that's the opposite. I should be doing this, all right?
Which isn't a bad thing. Like I was saying in the last one, like for people who have consumed a lot of THC, CBD might be less effective because your, cannabinoid receptors have already been kind of saturated for the most part. Mm-hmm. But CBD is good for people who aren't really open to THC yet or are scared, which I don't blame people, because the government and society and so much propaganda and media has completely villainized and demonized cannabis in general for the longest time, which is completely wrong and false. What we were talking about earlier, years ago.
I'll go down the list again. Let me jump on my soapbox real quick. Started in the 1800s with the paper mills.
Never have been illegal.
Yeah, because hemp was cheaper paper and easier to manufacture, and on top of that, it grows faster and reproduces faster. So it would have totally knocked out the paper trade and lumber trade. Yep. Henry Ford made a car out of it, so then the steel people got behind it to help keep it illegal, because a lightweight car that was more durable than steel, bad idea. Yeah, we don't want that. I mean, imagine the buildings we could be making out of it too, because now they have bricks, which don't get black mold and breathe better, mm-hmm. and are actually more earthquake safe. And then on top of that, Prohibition. 2 years after the Prohibition ended was when Reefer Madness, the black and white crap movie, came out that was completely funded by gangsters out of Chicago to demonize cannabis, calling it marijuana, saying in the movie that black guys are smoking it and they're coming after your white women. So boom, here comes that stereotype, which has been perpetuated for decades, and then introduced pharmaceuticals who have helped keep it illegal ever since. As well as, I don't even know how many people know this.
Yeah,
here's why I stopped drinking Budweiser a long time ago, is because Budweiser used to actually pay they paid a huge amount into Humboldt County Sheriff's Department to fund their helicopters to look for illegal crops being grown in Humboldt County.
Wow.
So
no more Budweiser, you guys.
Yep. I cut them out of my life a long time ago. So, yeah, there we go. Soapbox. It's once again, it's about the money making system, and that's why it will be. I know it will be legalized within the next 5 years because Monsanto, Marlboro, and all these major corporations are getting all their ducks in a row to try to take over the business. And I mean, America is just a corporation in general.
Their greed and underlying motives are just finally being exposed to the public.
Right.
You know, it's just been kind of under wraps and kept secret how greedy the pharmaceutical industry is, and just, you know, that these people are all for profits and don't care about people and their actual health and well-being, unfortunately.
Right.
So
exactly.
But they're being called out. So
which is why it's important to mind, body, spirit, pay attention to your own self and be self-aware so that you can take care of yourself.
Yes, definitely. But yes, jadehealing.co is the website. This is what one of them looks like. jadehealing.co. Or if you want to contact me, I'm super passionate about CBD. Obviously, this is what I love talking about and doing questions. You can find me on Instagram at Jade. It's Jourdan. Jourdan, not French, but if you feel like it, go ahead. Jourdan Jade. Or at Jade Healing Co. So message me, reach out to me if you want to order anything, try anything, let me know. And any questions, bring them my way.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always fielding questions about CBD products for people. And now I have a new product I can't wait to send them to because you literally just sent this to me the other day, and I'm already using it and already enjoying it. And you're just a quality human being that I'm happy to support your company and product in general. So. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for redoing this podcast with me. And we made it shorter and sweeter and more to the point for all of you out there. So that way you don't get bored watching this, because I know y'all get bored of hearing me talk.
Yeah. So we got a little deeper dive in science and our opinions on other matters, the last one. So it's just a little more concise for people.
Yeah. We'll dive more into Black Lives Matters and the conspiracy. Yeah. It's not conspiracies. That's the thing. Is the truth. The truth is out there, people. Do your research. Stop reading memes. Stop listening to your grandparents and what they told you, because all they know is what they were told.
Turn the TV.
Yeah. Turn the media off, as they say, and do your own research, for the love of God. And
do it like that.
Fine. For anyone listening to the audio, I'm a very visual person, so you're missing things. So for the audio podcast, if you feel like you're missing anything on these audio podcasts, got to come to the DTR Show YouTube channel so you can see what the hell these motions we're doing and talking about. But either way, go to jadehealing.co, and when you're checking out, use promo code down the road. I highly recommend the drops. I mean, everything. The rub is amazing. But it depends on what your issues is and your pain is on whether you need to ingest it, smoke it, or rub it on your skin. So once again, reach out to Jade. Reach out to Jourdan.
Ask me. We can talk. Free consultation.
Yeah, because it's important. It's important for you guys to ask the right questions so you're getting the right product for whatever it is you're trying to manage. So go hit her up on all of her social media. Check her out. And thanks again for following Down the Road Show, liking, commenting, sharing, even your hatred towards me. I love it all. I'm just happy you guys are tuning in.
All the comments. I take all the constructive criticism too. You don't like, you're not happy with, you want me to change. I want to hear that too. No, please.
All right. Well, thank you all for stopping in. We love you. Be kind to each other. Be patient with each other. We all need some patience right now. And can't wait to see y'all somewhere down the road.
Bye.